want me to go right ahead since I took so long to get on? I kept trying. I thought maybe my computer was messed up.
No,
So,
it's yours truly. My fault.
okay.
Go right ahead.
Well, tonight, Amanda and I and Cherish and I talked today, and both of them had some questions about reaching out to people in the cold market, running out of people that you've already talked to, or kind of waiting on people that are maybe not responding or don't seem interested, and you kind of feel like, where do I go from here? And I can tell you that this is a very common thing. Everybody goes through it. So what I wanted to talk to you about tonight was how to find new interest. And it's actually a lot easier than you'd expect. The first thing is on Facebook. I'm going to give you a few different tips. The first one is going into a work from home site, a mom's site, or a site on Facebook, any kind of interest that you might have, whether, let's say it's crocheting, or it's sailing, or it's weight management or nutrition, whatever your interests are, there are groups out there on Facebook that you can search by going into the search engine bar on Facebook and typing it in. So, for instance, maybe I'm looking for women who are married to ranchers. And I'm going to type that in. Believe it or not, there's probably a group for it. And then I'm going to ask to join. And then I'm going to become a little active on the page, just asking questions and start to friend people, make friends with people. There are also pages out there that you can actually join that are just for making friends on Facebook. I think one's called 5K Friends or 50K friends or 5K friends in 50 days or something like that. I can't remember. You can look up friends groups, whatever that might be, and then be picky about who you actually decide to friend. What this does, it will keep you out of Facebook jail from sending people friend requests, but they will send you friend requests, and you can go look at their page. And a lot of these people are already in direct sales. They want to make other friends in direct sales. And you can go to their page and see if it's the type of person you want to be friends with. Now, obviously, if you get a friends request with some odd man who has, you can't pronounce his name and he has no friends, I would suggest that he's not one that you accept. Because everybody is going to get them. But you can pick and choose by when people send you friend requests, and that really works. After you accept their friend request, you can go ahead and send them a message saying, hi, Cheryl. Thank you for accepting, or I'm so excited to accept your friend request. Looking forward to getting to know you. I never, ever, ever talk about Plexus at that moment, but what I'll do is I'll go to their page and I'll start looking through it. Are they talking about diabetes? Are they talking about finding a new job? Whatever, are they talking about health or weight or whatever it might be? And then I will like a few of their posts, might comment on it, then I will do a very strategic Facebook post that's targeted towards them, but they don't know it. So it might be if they're saying that they just lost their job and they're looking for a new job, I'm obviously probably going to post about the Plexus opportunity on my own personal page because I'll know that they'll see it. I just accepted their friend request. It's going to pop up. And it might be if anybody's interested in a free sample. We are allowed to post on our timelines for free samples, and it's a great way to generate interest. A lot of times when you go into those work from home groups, you can actually post in there for who would like a free sample of Plexus. And keep it short and simple. The biggest mistake I see people make when they go into work from home sites, and believe me, I was telling Amanda today that going into these sites is like fishing. Some days you throw out that line and you get nothing, and that can happen for days and days, and you're sitting there and you're fishing and nothing. And then one day you throw out that line and you get a big one. I met Danielle Gates on a work from home site. I did not post about Plexus. I was 1 month in, if that, when I found Danielle, and I posted in a work from home site that I was a stay-at-home mom of 3, and I was looking into food stamps, and I found a business opportunity that I'm so excited about. No inventory, no home parties, no monthly fees, very low cost to start, free training. And she reached out to me, asked me, what is it? And I said Plexus, and she said, no, thank you, I'm not interested. And the key thing that I asked her next was, why? Why are you not interested? And she, at the time, was with another company, and I started asking her questions. And if you haven't heard the 3 questions that I ask people, I really believe this is a key point into getting people interested in Plexus. The first one, I ask people if I've reached out to them. Let's say it's one of these new friends you have from a site, whether it's the crochet site you joined, or it's a work from home site, or a stay-at-home mom, whatever it might be. I might reach out to somebody and say, you know, I've been looking at your profile and I'm intrigued. Have you ever done direct sales before? And 9 times out of 10, someone's going to say yes. And I'll say, what company? What did you like about it? I'm showing interest. They are going to be interested in talking to me about it. 9 times out of 10, they're going to have complaints. I will ask them the next question, which is the key question. What did you not like about it? People are going to love to answer you when you ask them this question. They're going to say, oh my gosh, I still have a ton of inventory in my bedroom. I hated the home parties. I ran out of people. The monthly fees were outrageous. My website cost $30 a month. All these different things. And you're going to just listen and let them vent. And you're going to say, you know what? You're going to use the feel, felt, found method. I totally understand how you feel. I did 6 other direct sales companies. I felt the same way. But I found a company that cost $34.95 to join. That's it. No home parties. And then you touch on each one of their things that they are concerned about. Because people, when they first, if you go into a work at home site and you start posting, I love Plexus, join Plexus, here's a great meme, read it. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that people are already going to formulate a thought in your head. I want you to think for yourself how you felt when you first heard about Plexus. You know, how many times did you see it on Facebook before you decided to inquire? How many times did you roll your eyes when your friend was posting about it and you thought, I'm not getting involved in another direct sales company? Everybody feels that way. And I have to say, from my own experience, Plexus is different. I hope that you guys have seen that thus far, but it is very low cost. We only buy the products that we want to use. People go directly to our website. We're not front-loading people. They don't have to buy a welcome pack if they are starting and they can't afford it. We don't do home parties unless you want to have people over and do that. Can be done all online. I'm a prime example of this. I live in a town of 425 people. When I first started, I only had satellite internet, no long distance, and I actually had to go to the library to use the computer if I wanted to watch videos. So, you know, I know that it can be done, and I'm passionate. And a lot of times when people feel that passion from you, knowing, and if you don't have your own huge success story yet, share part of your story. Share how it's helped you health-wise, but then share my story. You know, I think most of you guys know that the day before I joined Plexus, I was looking into food stamps. And I remember I can remember the minute I heard about Plexus because I was sitting at the end of my dining room table. I was involved in 3 other direct sales companies, hoping that I could make it, 3 at the same time. I would get a check from these 3 different companies, maybe $200 to $300 each, but that money had to go right back into the company to buy inventory. So I wasn't making anything, but I thought I was doing great because I kept getting this check every month to buy more inventory to do the home parties. But as you know, in a town of 425, there's only so many people that want to do a party. So when I heard about Plexus, I said no. I was completely uninterested. Most people I know have said no the first time. So I know that we're talking about cold market. I know we're talking about how to find new people, but sometimes those people that you may have reached out to before, maybe you didn't ask them the right questions. It's not so much about telling them about Plexus. It's more about listening to what their fears are, about listening to what their story is, how you can help them. There are 3 reasons why people join Plexus. The first one, of course, is weight loss. The second one is wellness. And the third one is wealth. If you are only focusing on one aspect of why people join, that is very, very difficult to succeed. I tend to lead with the business first because that's how I started. I know other people that have lost a lot of weight, had huge health changes, that lead with weight loss first or the wellness part of it first. But if someone would have, when Tamara talked to me about Plexus, if she started telling me about weight loss and getting healthy, I would have never been interested because I didn't have enough money to buy food. So, you have to tap into what the person's why is. So posting in groups, it does help. Keep it short and sweet. You can say, you're with Plexus and this is what you've noticed, but you'll have more results if you speak from the heart. Talk to people's hearts. What's in it for them? That's what people want to know. Now, the other thing that you can do is you need to start to be able to get out of your comfort zone. And one thing that's really easy but hard the very first time is when you're out and about. And let's say you're out to lunch with your friends and you have a fantastic waitress or hostess or waiter, whatever it is. And you think, oh my gosh, I really would love for them to be on my team. What can I say? Well, it's actually a lot easier than you think. I want you to memorize those 3 questions that we just talked about. You have a fantastic waitress and it's Brooklyn. Brooklyn's the fantastic waitress. And I go up and Brooklyn comes over and I say, have you ever done direct sales before, Brooklyn? And, she might say yes or no. Most people are going to say yes. And I'll say, oh my gosh, what company were you with? What did you like about it? Are you still doing it? She'll start telling you. And then you say, what did you not like about it? And at that point, that's when you listen and you respond about how Plexus is different. You hand them your card and you ask them, curious, you have the kind of personality that it would take to succeed in what I do. May I ask you what you would like to make in any given month if you worked from home? Most people are going to say about $500. And at that point, if you have the graph on you, I recommend that you print it out or have it available on your phone so you can just show it. You can show them the income graph from Plexus in relation to how much they want a month and to what level that is. Usually the level that someone is interested is gold. And you can tell them, that's a gold ambassador. Some people do it in their first month. Some people take a lot longer. It doesn't really matter. But if you are, motivated and you're willing to learn and take your time, I can help you get there if you're interested. And then you tell them, it's only going to cost you $34.95. There's a couple ways to get their information. 1, hand them your phone, have them friend you on Facebook right there. 2, you have a business card, but it's your last one. So you take a picture of it, and then you go ahead and say, can I text this to you? I'm on my way to an important meeting. This is my last card. I can't believe I forgot them. Can I text it to you? Then you have their phone number. So those are 2 ways to get it into their hands. That really helps. And you know what? If it feels so daunting at first if you've never done this before, but I can tell you that always have sample packs on you. Always, always, always. And there's nothing wrong with, let's say you have a waiter or waitress was saying, I normally sell these for $12.95. See, it says $12.95 on the package. But you've given me such great service and I really would love to help you. I'm going to give you a sample. But you know what? I need to follow up with you in a week after you watch the DVD. So can I make an appointment with you right now? Whether it's going out for coffee or getting on the phone or a PM on Facebook, whatever it is, it's comfortable for them. What day works for you? And set up that appointment. A lot of times people give out sample packs and they don't follow up enough. It takes 5 to 7 times before someone will say yes, on average. Danielle Gates, I think, was 15. Some people, well, sorry, I'm outside and there's mosquitoes starting to fly around. Some people might say yes on that first time, but chances are almost 0%. It's the 5th to 7th time that it goes up to 80%. And follow-up is so much easier than a lot of people make it because all you have to do is ask questions. Can I add you to this group called Thinking Pink? Or how did you like the taste? It could be, I sent off your sample today, just wanted to let you know, let me know when you get it. It could be, how did you like the flavor? And how is it fitting into your schedule? Did you notice any changes? And you just start asking them questions. And again, don't forget the 3 questions. Have you done direct sales? What'd you do? And what'd you like about it? What did you not like? If I could show you a way to earn an income from home, what amount would you like to earn? They're going to say, well, yeah, of course. I'd like to make $1,000 a month. Okay. That is a senior gold ambassador with the company that I'm with. I could probably, if you're really interested, show you a way to get there. The average, Emerald Ambassador, according to the jewels that are in the company, a lot of them on average made it there in a year to Emerald status. Now, everybody's different. Some people like Celeste, who's like, an icon in our eyes because she made it to Diamond, I think, in, I can't remember, 7 months or something. I can't remember. And then there's other people like, Sarah Marble, who took 2 years, I think it was 2 years to get to silver. So, it's just a matter of talking to people, getting out there, following up. But your cold market, keep an eye out on your PMs on Facebook, or not PMs, excuse me, the little green dots at the side of Facebook where people are on. And when they're on, go to their page and just look over. Are they an ambassador? It might be as easy as sending them out another PM and say, have you ever done direct sales before? I've been looking at your page. Give them a compliment. You have quite a presence on Facebook. You have a lot of followers. I'm just curious. So again, people want to know what's in it for them. What questions does everybody have? Don't forget to leave your cards wherever you go. If you don't have cards, you're not in business. I always say that because you have to have business cards, and you can get them off of Etsy, pretty reasonable, $25. I think the Graphics Nanny has them. So, very reasonable. Or Vistaprint as well. You can get free cards and just make them up yourself and pay for the shipping. I think that'll end up being less than $10 to start off. But you can leave cards at a gas station, in the little slot. Put your card. I've done that before. I've gone into like Best Buy and changed all the computers over to my website. Which I think is pretty funny, because people come over, they're like, what's this? And all you see is, my website on all the computers. You can do that at Apple stores, any place like that. I'm noticing our time remaining, and I just want to see who has questions on here. Is there anything I didn't touch on, Amanda, when it came to reaching out to people, or?
No, I think you did great. Opening it up to see if anyone has a question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So that question, there's got to be people out there that say no to direct sales. I've never done direct sales before. So if they say no, Piper, do you just like, oh my, you have such an amazing personality. I just know you'd be successful in something like this.
Normally what I do is this. If someone says no, they've never done direct sales before, I'll say, why not? Do you know anybody who's done direct sales?
Web chatting.
And then they're going to touch on, and I'll say, okay, well, if you haven't done direct sales before, why haven't you? What have you heard about it?
Like,
Because those people are going to have, if they haven't done direct sales before, it's because they've watched someone get burned. There's other companies out there that front load, that people go into debt for thousands and thousands of dollars. And, if a sister or a friend saw their friend do that, then they're going to stay far away. So there's probably a story behind why they haven't. And if they haven't, if there's no story behind that, then you can just say, I am involved in a health and wellness company that changed my life. Touch on the 3 whys.
Yeah.
Ashley, can you mute your phone, please? Your feedback. The 3 whys are, of course, weight loss, wellness, and wealth. And so what I would normally say is, if you haven't done direct sales before, I need to tell you, you have a fantastic personality. And to be honest with you, this company that I got involved with is changing lives. And I work all from home, online. It's a health and wellness company that's completely changed my life. Not only have I lost over 20 pounds, weight loss, but I also no longer have plantar fasciitis or hypoglycemia lows, wellness. And I am now a Diamond Ambassador, which the average Diamond Ambassador earns about $400,000 a year. And I did that in 2.5 years. Now, you can use my story if you're just starting out. I did that with Tamara. When I first started out, I didn't have a story. I couldn't afford to buy the products. So what I did was, I got involved with Plexus because it's a health and wellness company that's changing a lot of lives. This woman that got me involved with it, she's lost 19 pounds. She no longer suffers from migraines, and she's been doing this for 5 months, and she's averaging about $4,000 a month. And that's what I did. That's what I said. And if they say, well, how much are you making? Always be honest. There is nothing wrong with telling people like it is. Hey, listen, I'm just starting out, or I've been doing this for a little while, or I just really started to give it my all. I'm getting enough to pay for my products, or whatever it is that you're doing. But you can share other people's testimonies, other people's stories. Now, you can't share those things on social media, on Facebook. Income claims, you can share the Plexus graph, and I can say I'm a Diamond Ambassador and then show the graph, but I can't share with people the exact amount I made in 1 month, because everybody's experience is going to be different. Celeste got to Diamond in what, 7, 8, 9 months. And, Sarah Marble took several years. So, everybody, it's going to be, it's such a journey that goes within, figuring out how to talk to people. A lot of it has to do with how we feel about ourselves. It's a journey of spiritual growth and learning. And, every level that I was at, whether it was silver or senior ruby, it was a new lesson that I had to learn for myself. And it was kind of like I finally learned that lesson, and then I would move on to the next level. I hear that with so many people. And as you guys know, our community, our Plexus community, is like no other. I mean, we all have just a sisterhood, a brotherhood, a family that I know if I ran into somebody in 5 states away who's with Plexus, I'm going to be very excited to give them a hug because they're part of Plexus. So very different than any other company. I'm sorry, I'm getting off the subject. I love Plexus.
Sorry, I'm a loud laugher, guys. Sorry. Does anyone else have any questions?
Does anybody want to know how much I love Plexus?
I have a question.
I hope you all love Plexus. Okay, yes, I'm sorry.
No, fine.
So
I am wondering what to, like, when I follow up with people, maybe they've gotten a sample or they're really excited about it to start with, and they may or may not have gotten the products, like a sample.
Okay.
Following up and saying, hey, do you have any questions? I want to check in. What can I answer for you if they haven't, or asking specific questions, and then I just get radio silence.
Okay, a few things you can do is, would you like a sample? Now, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can actually, I did this today. I actually reached out to somebody from a work from home group that I thought I talked to, but guess what? It was the wrong person. So this person comes back to me and says, and I wrote, oh my gosh, you're the wrong person. I'm so sorry. And they said, no, I'm kind of interested in what you have to say. And I'm like, really? Okay. So I ended up, I have catalogs, but I'm running out of a lot of my stuff. I'm getting ready to reorder, just brochures and stuff. So I went on to the files on Pink Diamonds and I printed off some different things. Whether it was, there's several files on Pink Diamonds about wide plexus, how the opportunity is different, price comparisons, whatever you feel comfortable with is what you can share. But you can ask somebody, are you interested in a sample? Now, if you've already sent them a sample, you may have already made the mistake, because what you want to do is you want to set up an appointment with them to talk to them the next time. You want to say, I will send you a sample if you promise me you'll watch the DVD that comes in the 3-day sample. Or if you're not saying that, if you're saying a couple sticks, you can say, I'll send you the sample. I normally don't do that. Make them feel special. But I normally don't do that. But if you promise me we can talk next week on Wednesday, are you available on Wednesday evening? Then, you set up an appointment with them then and let them know, I'm going to reach out to you, make sure that you got it. If you're getting radio silence, unfortunately, some people are just like that, but that's okay. Keep them on your list and they'll still watch you as you grow. And some people, believe it or not, will reach out to you. But if you're getting radio silence, I usually like to say you need to set it up first. I have about an 80% success rate with trial packs that I send out, but I'm picky. I'm picky with people. If they're not getting back to me, then I will, if someone's not getting back to me, I know that I made the mistake of sending it to them, that I didn't set it up right. I didn't make an appointment with them. I didn't tell them what to expect. All of these different things. Oh my gosh, less than a minute. Amanda, what did you do? You made this so short.
It was 30 minutes.
It feels like I'm on the countdown. Okay, well, make sure you reach out to people and, just set it up beforehand. Get that appointment to talk to them on the phone before you send it off. You want people to feel like your time is valuable and they need to set up an appointment with you. Okay, I'm going to send this to you, but let's talk next week. Is that all right? If the person hems and haws and says, oh, I don't know, don't send them a sample. They didn't commit to you. You don't commit to them. That's just the way it is. So, people can always go buy a sample. If someone says, Cherish had the question today about, what about when they ask, can I have one for my husband and wife? They both want one. No, I'm doing you a favor. I'm going to send you one. If you need another one, then go ahead and order one from my website. Remember, we have an amazing opportunity. We have amazing products, and we are here to help other people. We're helping them with their health and their wealth. So we don't have to beg people to buy products. It's all about how we approach them. We let them know we have something special, and they are special. That is why we're reaching out to them. I see we have less than a minute. Am I cut off?
No, I was trying